That's right. If you're reading this, the rapture probably didn't happen again. RaptureTok has taken over the internet as influencers prepare for the world to end Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest.
If you're reading this, the rapture probably didn't happen. RaptureTok has taken over the internet as influencers prepare for the world to end.
This has happened countless times already for centuries. People don't seem to learn. A famous case was the so-called Great Disappointment, which refers to the disillusionment experienced by followers of William Miller when Christ's second coming did not occur on October 22, 1844, the date that had been set by some Millerites. William Miller himself was a Baptist preacher who predicted the world would end around 1843. Based on his biblical studies, stories of the event abound. Some members of the church neglected their farms and other affairs and sold their possessions, expecting to be drawn upward to heaven. Women who lived in or near Worcester, Massachusetts, cut off their hair, gave away their jewelry, and took the ruffles off their dresses. Many Millerites made long white gowns for themselves, ascension robes for the big day.
His impact on evangelical and charismatic Christianity is still echoing all over the world. So the end times, the apocalypse, the last days, Armageddon, the rapture, the second coming. Since the infancy of the Christian faith, followers of Christ have awaited the promised return of Jesus and the ushering in of the kingdom of God. Innumerable belief systems and personal theologies have been created and based upon the end times, and entire ministries are built around this obsession with the last days. One such ministry even caught the attention of an entire nation in the 19th century. William Miller, a farmer turned Baptist preacher, enraptured America with a bold claim. My principles in brief are that Jesus Christ will come again to this earth, cleanse, purify, and take possession of the same with all the saints sometime between March 21st, 1843 and March 21st, 1844. And Miller's certainty was infectious, and his conviction was not born overnight. Beginning in 1831 with newspapers and in 1833 with the publication of his pamphlet, Signs of the Times, Miller zeroed in on the book of Daniel and the prophecy of the 70 weeks in Daniel 9 for his prediction of Christ's return. And Miller used an interpretive idea called the day-year principle, which interprets a prophetic day to read not as a 24-hour period, but rather a calendar year. And Miller was convinced that this 2300 day, aka 2300 year, period started in 457 BC, the date of the decree to rebuild Jerusalem by Artaxerxes I of Persia, thus setting off this end times clock, which would strike midnight very soon. Miller's message of Jesus' imminent return resonated with American audiences, drawing people from all walks of life. For many, it appeared that Miller's information was solid. He was connecting dots many Christians had never even seen before. For many in the general public, this was a new way of understanding the Bible, as a system of prophetic codes to be revealed for those who knew how to read the signs. And he developed a massive group of followers, an estimated 100,000 people, who became known as Millerites, and they were united by the singular promise of Christ's return. To build a number of followers that size in such a short amount of time with no cell phones, no internet, no radio, this was a big deal. And as Miller's predicted day of March 21st, 1844 drew near, the anticipation reached a fever pitch. Millerites prepared with zeal, selling their possessions, convinced they would have no need of earthly goods in this kingdom of heaven that was coming down. And the day came without incident. And Miller did take responsibility for his incorrect predictions, but he stood firm in his belief that Jesus' return was imminent and selected a new date, April 18th, 1844, just as it had any other day, leaving the Millerites in bewildered despair. This day would be etched into history as the Great Disappointment. The promised second coming had not occurred, and the Millerites were left to grapple with their dashed hopes and dreams and apparently incorrect interpretations. And let me tell you, many in the United States did not act kindly. Many Millerites had given away everything they owned, and reactions within the movement swung from deep depression to rage. Public mockery was common, with even small children taunting Millerites in the streets. And a Millerite church was burned down in Ithaca. 2 others were vandalized in Virginia. In Illinois, a mob attacked a congregation with clubs and knives. A group in Toronto was tarred and feathered. Another group in Canada was shot at during a home meeting. And the newspapers, they savaged the Millerite movement. But crazy enough, some Millerites just wouldn't let go.
The Great Disappointment is viewed by some scholars as an example of the psychological phenomenon of cognitive dissonance. It describes the formation of new beliefs and increased proselytizing in order to reduce the tension or dissonance that results from failed prophecies. In short, as the saying among Filipinos goes, rapture pa more.